Guys, good evening. This is Irene and we have Tom with us, Steelcast 27. Ciao Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Rennie?
I'm fine, thank you. So exciting today. I'm so happy. Where are we now? Where are we today? Spa? In
Here at
Belgium.
Spa in Belgium. Eau
Amazing.
Rouge and everything.
Amazing. Amazing. So how many drivers do we have tonight?
Well, it looks like we have 20 people in the lobby. It's going to be a GTE category. It's going to be the showcase category, and then we're also having a GT4 category as well. It's multi-class, and it's going to be rather interesting to see how these cars behave together. That's for sure. I'm looking forward to this one.
That's gonna be cool. Yes. Totally, totally. So have you seen during the last days the how these drivers are going? What are they doing? I mean, their timings and so on.
I have been keeping track of the pre-qualifying session, and it's been, these guys are really putting it down, especially the GTE M8 drivers.
Mhm.
The times up on the boards, I mean, we're talking near world record times for at least the top 5 drivers here. So this is going to be quite a spectacular grind to see who can manage a 60-minute race. As far as the GT4 is concerned, I don't really know what the pace for the GT4s would be like at Spa, but it appears that they're going to be around 30 seconds off the pace of the GTEs. So that means we're going to have at least 4 or 5 times where the GTE class is going to be driving through the GT4 class. So I hope everybody out there in the GT4s, keep your eye on a swivel, man. Look in that rear view mirror because it's going to get hectic.
Okay, so I just want to tell you, just want to remind you, just because it's the first race tonight, that I'm going to shift from one driver to another. So if you want to advise me, or if you want to tell me to take a look to one driver in particular, please uh, suggest me, and I will be following
Of
him.
course,
Whatever,
of
whenever
course,
you
no
want,
problem.
whenever you want. I'm so happy because we have a lot of drivers that I already know, such as my best friend Chris Collison, and also Gilles Muret, such a good guy, Gilles, and also Rocco Tamanoidis, who is one of the best drivers. Really, we will see, but I'm really, really very, very happy. Daniele Belladonna.
Belladonna.
Belladonna, I know Belladonna in person. I mean, Belladonna lives in the same city I mean, in Perugia, in the same city of mine. So we, okay, Simone Buttafuoco, I know him pretty well. And what else? Leonardo Iannantuono. So we have lots of people that we already know because of the past races, the past championship and leagues, but we also have new drivers, and I'm really looking forward to see them, and to see what's gonna happen tonight and in the near future.
Yeah, we've got a ton of new drivers and some familiar faces for sure. Rocco being the reigning pro champion, I should add,
See.
as well. So he's back to try to defend his pro title, and we're excited to see Rocco in action again. We also have some Flashpoint esports team members here. We've had some new additions to the Flashpoint team. Riley is one of the Flashpoint drivers. We have James driving, James Gansey.
So you know
So
this guy, you know Riley.
yep. Not very well, but they're just coming into AMS too, and he's picking up the pace. I think he dropped down to 209 at some point, so that's impressive. He's got the skills for sure. But yeah,
Okay, 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 okay. Is there Chris with us? I don't know.
Hi guys.
Ciao, Chris!
Hi Rena.
Hey,
How are
Chris.
you?
Hi, nice to be back.
Too happy to hear you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know you are here for a reason, right? I mean, right? Not
Yeah, just
only.
a
Okay.
couple of words about Lee.
Yes, please.
Okay, well, I just want to say Lee was a huge part of our community, and I think the outpouring of emotion amongst us just shows the level of the man and just how much we thought of him. As far as sim racing was concerned, he was good, like really good, one of the best. And he was still happy to help us less talented fellas get better, tips, advice, the odd tongue-in-cheek shortcut. But most of all, we laughed together a lot. And all I can say is Lee definitely put in a lot more than he took out, and we all knew that. He even did his own shoey videos when he won his last championship with us. Yeah, a la Danny Rick. Superb. We won't forget that in a hurry. And I think also that losing Lee also showed the strength of the community. There's been many tributes. I want to say a massive thanks to Riser for immortalising Lee's name as an AI racer, and Simone for dedicating his championship in Lee's name. Fantastic. And if it's okay, I just want to mention Lee's best friend, Carl Henderson, also another huge part of our group. We're thinking of you, pal.
Yes.
So let's go race, have fun, and do Lee's name some justice tonight. I can't wait. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank
Thanks, Chris.
you very much, Chris. Really, thank you very much because I really appreciate your words and I mean, thank you. I just want to thank you. Really, thank you. I mean, first thing that I said that I was happy to have you here for this championship, and it's really good to hear your voice and your words of this
Thank you.
special guy that unfortunately we lost.
We did, and thank you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm excited to race tonight.
All right, we hope he gives you something that carries you forward, Chris. I'm rooting for you today, and thanks for stopping by. It's really great.
That's all right. Thanks ever so much, guys. Thanks for having me. And I'm going to go and settle down, and let's see if I can put a quality time in. Thanks
All right.
ever so much.
Yes.
Enjoy yourselves, everybody. See ya.
Bye bye.
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 Bye. Yes.
Yeah, it was fantastic that Simone named this championship after Lee. And I don't know of people that are watching, just give you a little bit of backstory. Lee Chorley was a community leader and well liked and respected within his community. I think if you were on Facebook at any time, you probably came across him in the comments. Big AMS supporter. Hugely influential to me personally. I didn't know him as well as many other people. I missed that opportunity now. But Lee Chorley passed away, and prematurely, and
Yes.
dedicated. Simone has dedicated this championship to Lee, and many of his friends are dedicating their hearts to him. So, and many of them are participating here. So, good luck to all of them. Renato Simeone from AMS2, the developer, included Lee as a permanent AI.
Yes, that
game,
was
so-
amazing. When I
Yes.
found it out, when Simone told me that, I was so surprised and I thought that was amazing. I mean, it was just such a nice thing from him and from Reza to to do that because um, it's something like you can feel this person you can feel so close this person still so close. Unfortunately, um, nothing can change what happened, but what I see in the community is that it's something like everybody is doing something very small, but at the same time, so meaningful to remember him. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. I actually was racing against Lee the other night, so
Amazing.
yeah, it was pretty fun, and I'm sure everybody out there that knew him will appreciate that.
He is
As long as they
watching.
drive.
He is watching us.
He is watching.
Yes, I'm sure about that. He is watching us, and he will have fun from there wherever he is right now. I'm sure about that.
So it looks like we have the GT4s running right now, hot and heavy in the qualifying session. We have Salvatore Rodano at the top,
Yes.
followed very closely by Hawkins. I'm gonna have to get to know all the first names of the drivers. So Dennis Hawkins from Australia. I think the only Australian driver we have today.
Well, I don't know what time it is in Australia right now. So
It's for me. It's for you guys. It would be, I think, 13 hours behind you tomorrow. That's how I do the math in my head.
I don't know. Maybe I will ask him in the next days what time is over there, because probably he is driving at 4 a.m. in the morning. I don't know.
Something like that. Something like that.
I
for
don't know.
sure.
So it's what time is it in no you are you in New York? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast, U.S., and so he's let's see, he's at
6 hours.
8 a.m. 8 a.m. there, I think. Tuesday.
Tuesday. Are you in Tuesday? Today? Today is Tuesday there in
Yes.
United States?
No. Today's Monday. I'm talking about
It's in
Australia,
Monday.
the other side of the world.
Okay. No,
Like, literally on the other side of the world, underneath us all too, holding us all up.
Okay. So, no, I was just confusing because now you should be here in Italy. It is 9:30 p.m. right now.
Okay.
You should be 6 hours before us, right?
I'm I think 4 or 5 hours. It's 3:30 here, so
Yes. 3. Okay, so p.m. 3 p.m.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here
so
it's
5 hours behind.
9. Here it's 9, so 6 hours more or less.
6 hours. You're right. Math has never been my strong suit. So
Okay, let's go back to these guys. Let's see their times. Rodano, good job. Rodano is on the top for
yeah,
now.
Rodano's holding. I think he increased his lap time as well. And then Simone Buttafuoco.
Still driving just with one hand, Simone Buttafuoco.
He does have one hand, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he can't recover properly, and he's still. He's still practicing his job because he's an osteopath. So he has to drive with just his left hand, and.
Goodness gracious.
So obviously, it's gonna be tough for him.
That's dedication.
Yes, absolutely. And I want. Where is? Oh no, we lost Jill Moret. No. No, I hope he. But yes, maybe he was disconnected, but he can join the server again. He still have time
Right.
to join the server.
Yeah, 15 minutes is left in this quali, and just to inform the viewers, the quali's been split up between the two classes. We're going to run 15 minutes for the GT4s, which you're seeing right now, and then at the 15-minute mark, the GTEs are going to take the track, and we're going to see how that goes.
In the chat, I don't know if you are looking at the chat, but there is Rocco Tamanoidis, who has just wrote one-handed hero. Rocco, I'm looking forward to see you. I mean, just a few minutes and then I'm gonna see you on the track. And Nemesis, I miss Nemesis. I know Nemesis is working very hard and he can't join the race and the championship, unfortunately. Um, okay, now in just 30 seconds we'll start the. No, now. Now it's gonna start the GTE qualifying time. GTE.
GTE should be taking the track right now, and it appears that some of them have. They'll just be exiting the pits and then getting their warm-up lap in. Looks like they're kind of bunched together a little bit. So hopefully they'll spread out after their tires warmed up.
Here is we have Rocco. Let me see, Rocco.
Rocco sporting the glorious Flashpoint Esports livery.
And he just went to the pit because he went against the wall. Okay. Okay, let's change.
A breaking point there that happens. 15 minutes. Good thing the pit crews are really, really fast. They can get these cars fixed instantaneously.
Absolutely, yes, time. Okay, Gilles Muret is again with us. Okay. I was afraid that he couldn't join the server, but yes, he is. He has just. Okay. So there is also Daniele Belladonna. Let me check Daniele Belladonna liveries. Yellow car. I hope next time is gonna be a better one.
Not sure what's going on with this little shimmy that the M8s are showing us here. I don't know if you guys see this, but they seem to have some type of wobble, like a bobblehead doll going down the straights, and it seems to clear up after braking. Interesting. I don't believe that the drivers on track are going to be experiencing this, so this should not be. This looks like a broadcast issue or perhaps a replay issue, but there, the C8 got smooth. There you go, cool. It appears that we have a Corvette C8 driver in a fleet of M8s.
Who is he?
That's, I believe it's Thomas. Thomas Marlidis.
Thomas Marlidis?
Very brave man to drive a C8 in this championship. Unfortunately, the balance of performance for these cars has not been refined down to the finer details. The M8 is the #1 choice for this category at this time, mainly because it's the most well-rounded car in the field as it stands. The M8 does have a turbo as well, so turbo does have has its advantages in that it can maintain its engine performance at any altitude. A lot of the naturally aspirated cars like the C8R and the Porsche RSR, they don't have that advantage. But in certain circumstances, both the C8R and the Porsche can be competitive. So we're still going to get some good racing out of these guys. We got Chris Collison sporting the classic BMW livery. Good choice, Chris.
Okay. So we have a good time for Chris now.
Yeah, we got times coming in.
Nicole Jones. Manders, Kelm. New names for me. I
Marius
don't.
Kelm, yep. Marius Kelm putting the first one on the board with a 209.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I don't think that the track conditions are the greatest. It might be a little slippery out there. I'm not sure. I can see some glean on the tarmac, but it's also overcast. Overcast with soft tires means that there'll be an optimal,
Hmm.
grip conditions, which is a good thing. Coleman Corky at the top. Another 209
I'm watching
from
at
Ireland.
him. I'm watching at him. Looking at him. We have this problem with Reza. The cars are trembling so much, they're shaking. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. I want to see to all the spectators that I'm really very sorry. It's not our fault. I'm doing my best. But if they don't fix this problem that we still have, unfortunately, we still have, we just have to wait and looking forward a new update. I'm sorry. Riley, not bad, Riley. 209 second.
Erie Riley, Flashpoint.
Yes. Is Rocco in Flashpoint too?
Yes, Rocco joined Flashpoint after the Pro Championship. We offered him a contract, and he signed it on the dotted line like we all recommended him doing so. He is
Cool.
now a full-fledged member of Flashpoint, and we're excited to have him on board.
Cool. Very cool. Glad to know that. Send
Erie
me.
Riley has been a member of Flashpoint for about a year. He has just joined the AMS2 team. We're expecting exciting things out of Erie.
Yes.
Lights out. Lights out driver. But Coleman Corky's not going to give up that 209.6 easily, that's for sure. So we got 7 minutes to go. I believe all of the competitors have set a time, so that's good.
I have a question.
Oh, excuse me.
No, no, no,
Check
no,
me
no,
out.
no. Sorry, sorry, no, no,
Rocco.
no, no. No, I have a question from Cose Cinesi. He's asking, actually, I don't know what to answer. I want to ask to you, Tom. GT4 shouldn't have to be in the pit.
They should be in the pit, and if they're not in the pit, then they should be off track and let these GTEs through. That's the rule. We don't want to impede anybody here. Everyone's trying to give their best one hot lap. You have only a handful of opportunities to get a real clean hot lap, so I thought it was a good decision to have the class split for qualies.
Riley on the top.
Erie Riley, 209.4.
I'm waiting for Rocco.
Rocco's on track.
Yes.
He was currently through the bus stop chicanes. Now he's entering Curb de Freer. High-speed part of the track. And these cars flat out. I can't tell if this is a hot lap for him or if this is his first, but we'll see how it goes.
Let's see, let's see. Let me check also Coleman Cockery. How can I spell it properly? Could you please tell me his name?
Coleman Corky. I'm not
Coleman
Ireland. I'm
Corky.
not Irish, but yeah, Corky I'm sorry, Corkery.
Corkery, okay, because it's so
Excuse
hard
us,
for
Coleman.
me. Coleman Corkery. Okay.
That's right.
Rocco's
put in a time of 210. That was his
Rocco.
first flying lap. Now he's going to be trying for another attempt. He's got 5 minutes, so that'll give him at least 2 or 3 more shots.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But look at this. I mean, all these guys, except Thomas Marlies, I can't remember if Thomas Marlies is on GT4 or GTE, but we have.
Marlis is in the Corvette C8R, so he's in the GTE class category.
Okay, but by the way, look at the first 10 drivers. They
All within a second
are
and a half.
just so close.
Yes, Kemmel Straight's going to be a very interesting draft party.
Cool. It's gonna be exciting.
This is great.
Yep. Rocco si è qualificato. Simone is afraid for Rocco. Simone is supporting Rocco so much. You know? Simone.
never count out the Rock, Simone. You're forgetting the tagline.
Yes, yes. Uh, no, Simone is upset because Rocco is only sixth for now, and I said, please, be calm. Ah, he has been disconnected. Rocco has been disconnected, but now he's on the track, so don't worry. Stay calm. Keep calm. No problem. Rocco is there. Don't worry. It's just like an hero for Simone. You know what I mean?
Thomas Marlides is crossing the start-finish line. See if he can improve his time from 2:20. Boom. Number 6 for Thomas Marlides.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's in the Corvette too, so he's going to cause some of these M8 drivers some concern.
Okay, that's gonna be really hard for me to understand the type of the car. So I will need your help. Okay.
The Corvette C8R is basically a brand new GT entrant in real life to this category. I think they started racing back in 2018. They've been in the GTE category with the C7R for a long time, sporting a very iconic yellow livery many of us may be familiar with. But this new iteration of Corvette C8R is a mid-engine Corvette, which is the first time in its history. And it's been, in real life, it's been relatively successful. In game, it is, I would say, probably it's close to the M8. I think in pure pace, it also has its strengths. The M8, its strength is it's just so stable, but it's also very, very quick in a straight line with that turbo power. The C8R is, I would say, probably middle of the road. It's got stability. It can turn. It corners very well. Unfortunately, we don't have a Porsche RSR, as I can tell from in the class today. So it kind of would be wouldn't have to talk about it much. But the Porsche RSR would probably be the car that you would choose if you'd want to do a street track or something like that. It's very good 90-degree corners like Long Beach and places like that. But right now it's going to be, it looks like, 11 M8s versus 1 Corvette. So Chevrolet certainly is underrepresented here.
I see. Okay. I just wanted to say, just because we have a short time, not free time, but short time, I just wanted to say hello to in the chat, to Smoikol, that is to say Carmine Carpentiero, and my friend Hospital, who I remember from the last championship, and the Cose Cinesi, also one of our friend, and Easy81 from Sicily, in Italy. So just wanted to say hi guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'm really very, very happy to see you there. Okay, Hospital ask, have they got to use the same car through the championship? Yes. Right? They have to.
Bang.
Da-da! Rocco.
Don't worry, Simone.
Rocco on the top, just at the last. Good job, Rocco. Don't
Great job,
worry,
Rocco.
Simone. Don't worry, Simone. Simone wants to tell us that Rocco had just bad luck because he went out from the server and he didn't have the chance to make a good lap. So, but don't worry, Rocco is on the top now. Keep calm. Do your best. You have to drive your car. Think about your car. We are here. There's Simone with me. There's Tom with me. Okay. Jason Underwood is the Welsh warrior. Okay. Okay, we have a Welsh warrior tonight. The 11, actually now is on the 11. Riley is on the top now. And Rocco is in the second place.
Yuri's not going to give up the #1 spot easily. That's what you like to see. And these are the last qualifying laps, so the time on the screen right now is sort of like the interim session time, so the competitors actually only have about a minute and a half to complete their time, maybe 2 minutes. Excuse me. Math is also terrible. Yeah, 2 minutes. Numbers. What can you do?
Don't worry.
But Rocco's out on track.
Rocco is
So he's going to be
still
the last
on
one
track.
across the line.
Okay, just want to remind you, Tom, that in 1 minute you have to go out and then you have to get inside again as a spectator.
Okay, we'll do. Let's see how Rocco does here. Flashing the high beams.
Okay.
A little flash, a little flare from
with,
Rocco.
We go with the spot right now, and you can go out.
Okay, thanks, Ray.
After 20 days of qualifying, we have the best drivers from around the world, and they're ready to do battle.
Che succede? Non ne cambia niente.
È cambiata l'interfaccia, evidentemente l'ultimo aggiornamento ha cambiato l'interfaccia.
E allora?
E quindi si vedrà, ma non puoi cambiare inquadratura.
Okay, guys. So, Tom is with us.
I
Tom?
am.
Ciao. Okay. Now, Simone was explaining to me that their interface, Reza has just changed the interface, and probably I won't be able to change the point of view from the car. I mean, from the outside, from the inside, and so on. So for tonight, we will have just from the track side. Just
Okay, so
that.
no cockpit view. Okay, we can live with that.
Nothing from the cockpit, unfortunately. And actually, it seems I'm trying to change. It doesn't work. I don't know. Something has changed in the game. Okay, how many seconds do we have? 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. Green, green,
And
green.
they're
We go.
off. Green light.
Green lights. Go.
Now this first opening lap, Rocco's going to take this hairpin. This is where a lot of people may have trouble, especially if they have an advantage.
Formation lap.
Looks clean so far. That's good.
This is the formation lap.
Oh, excuse me. This is the formation lap. Excuse
No,
me.
sorry. I just wanted to ask. Non posso cambiare?
Ancora no, forse.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to change. I mean, I'm going on the top on the drivers, and I cannot change. I don't know what's happening. I'm experiencing some problems. I hope that when we will start the real lap, I will be able to change and to see the different drivers. Otherwise, I will be just on Rocco for the rest of the race. And I hope it will not happen.
I'm sure Rocco wouldn't mind that, but the other 19 competitors may have issues with that. So let's hope that this this squares itself away.
Yes, Nemesis is writing me that it probably won't work until race officially starts. I hope so, Craig. I really hope so. Next time, if we have time, and if Craig has time, I would like to invite Craig to join us from the commentary. Craig lacks. I don't know if we will have time, free time. I'm waiting for the end of the lap.
So on pole we have Rocco, followed closely by Erie, followed thereafter by Marius Kelm,
Yes.
and then Coleman Corkery out of Ireland. Those are the top 4 qualifiers in the GTE class category. After that, we have Salvador, we have Hawkins, Wanya, and Richard Gauci in the GT4 class category.
We have a lot of supporters for Underwood.
Underwood.
Yeah. From the chat.
All right, yeah, so he's qualified 11th. It's good to see he's got his contingent. He's got his own orange army of sorts.
I feel this.
Jason Underwood, excuse me. Jason.
Jason.
Good luck to
Okay,
Jason
okay,
today.
okay, okay.
Coming around the last chicane, they're going to be lining up.
Let's go, guys.
There we go. Green across the line. It looks like Rocco had a solid start. It looks like Erie did not have a good start. Got overtaken by Marius and Belladonna.
Okay. So, I just wanted to tell you that I cannot change and I cannot see any driver except Rocco.
This is unfortunate for the broadcast, for sure.
Yes, it is. I don't know what to do.
Marius Kelm is still behind closely to Rocco. Probably less than a second. And then we have Belladonna followed by Thomas Marlidis in the Corvette.
Belladonna from the 5th place to the 3rd, just in few corners. Good job.
That's right. Erie Riley, unfortunately, fell to last position. And he's stuck behind Manders.
Okay, so my apologize for that, but I cannot change the driver, so I cannot go to see the other guys. I'm sorry, really, very, very, very terribly sorry. I'm trying to changing, and I know what's happening because it is the first time that I experienced such a problem.
Yeah, this is unfortunate that they changed the UI so that it's less functional, but we can still just see if we can carry on here.
Nemesis says to me, "Can you press on where he's watching in blue?" I've already done. I've already pushed the blue button. I've tried to do all the things that I could, but I've already hidden. I've tried and to hide the UI, hide UI. Craig, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, if anybody in chat has any ideas what we could
Yes,
do here,
if
that
you
would be very
guys,
helpful.
if you guys have any idea about that, because it doesn't depend on me actually. I mean, I've done this a lot of time before than today, and it's a new problem.
L'ultimo aggiornamento ha cambiato qualcosa.
Something has changed after the latest update, probably, but I don't know what. And this is the beautiful things about broadcasting.
Yes, broadcasting a game currently in an active phase of development, yes.
Where's Renato when you need him? Get him on here.
So, Irene, whatever you do not press the minus or plus button. Do not.
No. No.
And
I
I'm
won't.
afraid to say that, to put it in your mind, but if you do it, it'll change the trackside view to some type of like flyby view, and you will never be able to go back.
No. I didn't I didn't push anything. Actually, I'm using
Good.
just the mouse, but there are no buttons to push. So, and from the chat there is Easy81 that is just written in Italian. Vogliamo vedere solo Rocco. There is to say we just want to see Rocco.
Yeah, it's the Rocco show today, everyone.
No, I'm really very sorry about that.
But it was
Daniele
it's
Belladonna.
really unfortunate.
Daniele Belladonna in the 2nd position right now.
Belladonna appears to be in 3rd
No,
position to me.
3rd. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, 3rd because sorry, 3rd position
okay.
because Kelm is
Marius
on the 2nd.
Kelm is keeping Rocco honest, and you can see him about 2 seconds behind. The first place, the GT4 category, the class leader is Mark Wania out of Great Britain. Actually, it looks like Hawkins
Simone
just
had an
overtook him.
accident. Simone had an accident with somebody else. I don't know who, and I really.
Based on the times, it looks like there was a kerfuffle between Wania, Simone, and Richard Gauchi because they all lost about 10 to 12 seconds of time at the same time, allowing Hawkins to take the lead in the class. Dennis Hawkins out of Australia. Oh, our Australian friend.
I'm looking at Riley and Coleman Corkery, 9 and 10th. I'm pretty surprised. I don't know what happened to them. I'm pretty surprised because they had really good times on qualifying time.
Yeah, Erie Riley had a bad opening phase of the race, and I think he got swallowed up a little bit. And when that happens, a lot of the times it starts to get a little bit argy-bargy. These guys are fighting for position, and the start is a good place to get a couple of spots. So if there's a wounded animal on track, these guys are going to pounce, and it can get a little bit dicey sometimes. He might have had an off, but it appears that Erie is fighting back. He has gained 2 positions. Right now, the only 2 cars in the 2-minute and 11 second times are Rocco and Marius. There are a couple of competitors in the 2-minute 12s, a couple in 13s. Right now, the tires are at optimal racing conditions. It's been about 4 laps now.
Yes.
So here's where you're going to start seeing where the cars could start developing heating issues, overheating problems with the tires. Maybe they're too cold, who knows, but the true balance of the car is now in place. Rocco with some very serious and consistent times, and as we know, Rocco
Yes.
from his past racing
experiences.
he is a cool as a cucumber, just absolutely consistent, and this does not surprise me whatsoever. What is unusual is Rocco out in front, and he has definitely turned the page. The GTE class definitely favors him, so he's not only consistent, but he's also putting out lights out lap times. Our friend Chris Collison is currently in 8th, about, it looks like less than a second from Nickel Jones.
I promise you guys that I will study for next time and try to fix this problem because it's so frustrating for me that I cannot. Does Rocco has somebody in front of him and Rocco has just leapt? Yes.
Yep, Rocco's starting to encounter some of the GT4 category cars, and according to our calculations, the GTE class is going to come through the GT4 class about 4 to 5 times this race. Based off the lap times, it looks like the GT4s are pulling in 2 minutes and 30 some odd seconds. So they're 20 seconds per lap slower.
Wow.
And excuse me, it was Matt Nickel-Jones. Matt from Great Britain. And Chris is very close. Might be making a move. I wish we could see this fight on track.
Yes,
On the broadcast, I
absolutely.
really do.
Absolutely. I wish I could. I wish I could show you guys. I'm so sorry. And I cannot see anything. Actually, I cannot see anything except Rocco. So, uh, it's really
And it looks like
frustrating.
James Gansey has also gained a couple of positions. He's now in 3rd place, and he's dropping some 2-minute and 11s now too. Uh-oh.
Somebody went out.
Rocco avoiding a lot of trouble here.
Yes.
And this is allowing Marius to close the gap. He's closed it by about 2 seconds. Oh, this is not a good place for Rocco to be trying to clear cars. This is a high-speed section of the track. Very respectful of some of the GT4 drivers so far. That's very nice to see.
Okay, I have Nemesis that says, I'm starting to think now. It's similar to how PC2 was for broadcasters. It will need a director and broadcaster both assigned in the pre-lobby. I don't know. Actually, as I said before, this is not my first time in place of the director. I mean, so I cannot exit and come in again right now. I cannot make any attempt. I cannot do any attempt right now. Uh, we will try in the next few days to fix it. That's all I can say. So we have lots of people, a lot of people that support Underwood. Still have at least 2 or 3 guys in the chat. Okay, Cose Chinesis writes, someone tells Rocco to slow down so we can see the others, please. If I remember well, it was Rocco that was hearing my voice during the past races. I will ask him. Um, usually the drivers just drive. They don't. They don't. They don't hear the commentators, right? But if I remember well, Rocco does. So I will ask him. Tom, are you with us? Tom?
I am. I was muted.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. No, sorry.
I was talking to myself for a little bit there and had some very interesting things to say, I must say, and I don't remember what they were at this point, so apologies. But it looks like James Gansey is trying to gain some time on the leaders here. If James can catch some of these GT4 cars at the right moments on the track, he might be able to start clawing back at this advantage that Marius and Rocco have established for themselves. In the GT4 category, we're looking at Dennis Hawkins still holding that. He's about 30 seconds ahead of Salvatore Rodano.
Rodano? Okay. So right now Rocco is just like Ganchi, right? 211. 2.11.
Yeah,
in the
James is
last lap.
putting in some good times, and I should note that James is also a member of the Flashpoint esports team.
How many drivers do we have in this championship from the Flashpoint team?
Well, we have 4 that were designated to participate. So we had Dan Lewis, Rocco, Erie, and James. And unfortunately, Dan Lewis couldn't race today.
Yes, Dan Lewis couldn't race today because he was sick, right?
Illness, yes.
Sorry for him.
Hashtag realism. But yeah, it looks like James is trying to claw back a little bit. He's still 12 and a half seconds away. That does sound like an insurmountable feat, but I assure you it is not. We haven't gotten through the pit rotations yet. We're about to see pretty soon, maybe within the next 15 minutes or so, whether or not these guys have put in their pit strategies appropriately.
Yes, because pit stop is not mandatory. Rocco!
Oh, we have an off by Rocco. And here comes Marius.
Rocco. Well, he was good, by the way, to maintain the control of the car.
Yeah, that was. He got back on track cleanly, most
Yeah.
importantly. But he also was able to. It wasn't at a terrible part of the track either. That was one of the slowest parts of the course. So having a slight off is not going to hurt his momentum. So if he had an off coming out of the first hairpin at turn 1, that's going to affect his entire Kemmel Straight, this long straightaway. Fortunately for him, he had it at that chicane there, the last corner, the last section of Spa, and he was able to get back on pace and keep Marius behind him. So that was, if you're going to have an off, that's a good place to put it.
So could you please remind me where Marius come from?
Marius, according to Marius Kelm is from Germany.
From Germany.
Yep, and we have Marius and Rocco, and I believe that is all of the competitors from Germany, but they're definitely putting on a show today, that's for sure. Looks like James Gansey has managed to claw back about a second. Now, these GTE cars do have an aero component. It's not as severe. It's not as great as Formula One, obviously, but you will get some, aero loss when you're closely behind a competitor. And right now, Marius is right in that wake of Rocco, where he could have some cornering characteristics changes. But in GTEs, having that draft is massive. So it's going to be to be that close to Rocco. It's going to be well in Marius's in that window, so he can potentially gain a couple of tenths down the long Kemmel Straight. So we'll see. Unfortunately, it looks like he got held up by. That's exactly what I was saying. He got held up at one of the chicanes. Didn't hurt him too bad, but you can see he already lost about a second and a half to Rocco just because of that one GT4 car coming in at the wrong place. And here, Rocco is held up by another GT4, so this is going to allow Marius to really. Oh wow!
Wow!
Here comes Marius now. Half a second. 4 tenths, 3 tenths. Not close enough to make a move. But you can definitely tell that this multi-class racing is fantastic. It's the great equalizer, and a lot of luck is involved.
Yes, it was a choice, Simone's choice. I was not so sure about that, but so this is the result, by the way.
No, it's wonderful. I think it's a wonderful choice. We were putting together, it's only an hour, but we're trying to simulate an endurance race here. So in real life, this is part of endurance racing, is multi-class racing. So
So Bobby to Dazzler is writing, Underwood is on the move, as is Chris Collison. Unfortunately, I wish I could go on them. I wish I could see them.
yep. It appears that Underwood has gained a couple of places from the last time I recall checking. So he's in a pack of cars now that are all within about 5 or 6 seconds of each other.
Mm.
So they're well in sight distance. They can see each other. So we're at that point in the race where, you're trying to establish whether or not you want to pace or do you want to make moves. I'm sure they'll make a move if there's an advantage, but yeah, having cars that close together is something that I would definitely have wanted to see. That's for sure. But it appears that James Gansey has separated him from the second pack and is making move. Rennie, do you watch cycling at all? Like the Tour de France?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so do you know that moment where someone breaks away from the pack and tries to make a charge?
Yes.
That's what James Gansey's trying to do right now.
Uh-huh, I see.
He's trying to break away from the second pack, and he's sprinting uphill, as they do. And he's doing the best he can to try to catch up with these first two cars.
So, Zister Gaming is asking where is Simone. Simone is is 17 in 17th position. So it's really very 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 far. The stream should be focused on Underwood. I have I told you we have lots of supporters.
Underwood is making moves. He's got the Corvette of Thomas Marlitis in his sights. He's less than a second behind him, and that is definitely within striking distance down one of these straightaways. Chris Collison is also moving up the board. He's putting in some solid 212s. I hear a Camaro. Did you hear that, Rennie? And I think I just saw a Camaro go past Rocco. Just go past a Camaro. I heard it before I saw it, so gotta love Camaros. Looks like it's damaged though.
Chrissy and Belladonna. Bobby 2 Dazzler is writing. Chrissy also has Belladonna in his sights too.
Chris C, yes, he's definitely close. I mean, you're looking at like a second and a half. Yeah, James is on the move. He's less than 10 seconds a foot from Marius Kelm, so he's going to be putting some pressure on Marius maybe within the next 10 laps or so.
Sorry, Tom. I had a problem.
Sorry.
No, sorry, I had a problem. Okay, everything is fine.
Okay, we have some more information about the broadcast view. There is something called a broadcaster mode, where you have to assign yourself as the director, and then you'd have the ability to change your views. So next race, you're ready to make yourself the director.
Right now, I cannot do anything.
You cannot do it now. You are locked in. If you leave, you won't be able to
rejoin. Yes. No, I don't think I can. Right now, I cannot do anything.
Nope, we are stuck here, but that's fine. We're still getting a rather interesting race.
Otherwise,
I know it's.
Otherwise, it would be. I mean, I could make really a huge mistake if I could go.
Hands up, Rennie. Hands up.
No, yes. Please.
Do not touch the keyboard.
No.
Do not breathe on the keyboard.
No, the keyboard is very far from me. At least 1 meter.
We have a question from Bobby to Dazzler. What's the pit rules for the? By the way, is there a compulsory stop? Are there tire changes? Yes, we have a mandatory pit stop here, Bobby, and the tire change is up to the competitors themselves. Now, on testing, based on the timing, the mediums were a viable tire choice for these cars. The mediums have the ability to do a full hour. It looks like Rocco had another problem at the last corner there, but again, not enough for Marius to take advantage of. Excuse me, but the mediums can last an entire race. And if we were looking at track temperatures of, like, say, 40°C, they could have been a very viable race tire choice. But I believe all of the competitors have softs on right now, with the track temperatures as they are. So there might be a couple of competitors in this field right now that we don't know about that may be rocking some medium tires right now and trying to save themselves 15 seconds or so of pit time. But we haven't hit the point where we're actually, in that pit window yet. But we're coming close to it. The M8 also doesn't carry enough fuel for a full race, so there's going to be some splash of gas involved in the pits as well. So yeah, there's definitely pit strategy involved, and we'll see. Mostly it comes down to who has the best pit strategy enabled when they enter the pits.
Absolutely. Also, we are in a half of the race, right? 32 minutes.
We're about
left.
32 minutes, and this is going to be, if they were on softs, based on my testing calculations, they would have had to have come in already if the track temperatures were 40°C. But I don't know what the track temperatures are today. It looks like it's rather cool. There's no sun blaring. So if the track temperatures are cool, the soft tires will last a lot longer. So if they can get to about halfway in softs, a soft strategy probably might work. So we're coming across the 30-minute mark, and this is lap 13. Yeah, if they can get to lap 14 with the softs, then it looks like the soft tire is going to be the race tire today. So we have Dennis Hawkins in the pits. Dennis Hawkins is in the pits.
First.
He's in the GT4.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not the first to go to the pit.
He's not? Okay.
Because I saw somebody else before, but actually I don't remember because we were talking about the problem that I'm having, and so the problem that I'm experiencing with broadcasting. Chris Collison to the pit too.
Chris Collison to the pits, yes. So he's going to be our guinea pig. So he was in the 2-minute 13, 2-minute 12 on track time, I think, as I recall from his previous laps. So it doesn't appear that there's been a drop off of pace from the soft tires. I believe Rocco's rocking soft tires. Rocco's rocking soft tires, excuse me. That was terrible. But yeah, 211s, that sounds like soft tires to me, especially in race conditions with a full fuel load.
Okay, so Underwood
has just taken advantage and is now in 5th place. Underwood on the move.
Okay, I have. It's not a problem. It's a feature. I've never done. Okay, I see that it's a feature. It is not a problem. But actually,
No,
for me today, it's a problem.
Already, we just got memed.
No.
That's a little bit of an inside joke.
No. Today, for me, it's a problem.
Right.
It could be a feature. It could be a feature, but to me, it's a problem today.
This is actually a funny meme because the nature of the forums, there's always back and forth on forums, and it's would like an ultimate AMS2 fanboy would
Um,
say as a response to someone having a question about something that is suspicious in the game.
I
So, for
see.
example, the replay system being suspicious, someone would say it's not a problem. It's not a
I see. Okay. Okay.
not a problem. It's a feature.
I appreciate. By the way, I appreciate your sense of humor, first of all, and second, your passion, because really, I need it. I need it.
Okay. Well, we have some pit stop rotations going through. We got Marcus Kelm, Matt Nickel-Jones, and Thomas Marlitas in the pits.
And Underwood, fourth position.
And Underwood is in fourth, just clawing his way back up the in the grid here. One mistake, one pass, 1 second at a time.
Bobby Two Dazzler. It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Right, that is the official meme. Right, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Right, exactly.
Okay. Okay. I see. I see.
And the rocking and shaking of the M8 is also not a bug. That's a feature. That's just the AMS2 telling us that these cars have very active suspension packages, and they really want to showcase that suspension work that they do by allowing us to visualize how the cars are rocking back and forth on their springs. So, thank you, Riza, for that feature as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I see that Rocco now is in the 2-minute 12 mark, which puts him on equal territory as the next four competitors, James, Belladonna, and Underwood. But he's continuing on. He's not entering the pits. Oh, and he's quickly back into the 11s.
Yes, Underwood is too far from Belladonna, but we have to see when they will go to the pit.
Yeah, Underwood's about 7 seconds behind Belladonna. He probably can't see him on track just yet. And they're running equal times. So really the pit rotation is going to tell the story here. Chris Collison obviously has rejoined. He's rejoined in 8th place, and we have Coleman Corkery.
Underwood,
and they are
to the
fighting.
pit.
They are fighting back and forth right now. It looks like Chris Collison might have had an issue.
Underwood to the pit and goes on the 5th position, and right now Riley is in the 1st position. And obviously Marius Kelm in the 5th position now. Gardner also.
Underwood and Brian Gardner.
Yes. Underwood for the undercut? No.
12-second undercut.
Really?
No.
No. Ah, okay. No. Bobby, are you teasing me?
It looks like Underwood came in or fell in behind Coleman Corkery. So there's still work to be done, but that pack still seems to be intact. You know, that second pack is through their pit stop rotations. They all seem to be filtering out at the right times. Unfortunately, Matt Nickel-Jones might have had an issue or a pit strategy gone wrong, or it looks like perhaps even some damage to repair, because they're well out now at this point. Same with Thomas.
Tommy, you have a lot of fans here. They watch your videos?
Hopefully.
Yes?
I don't know.
Yes, from the chat.
I make the videos for myself, just so I can. No, but yeah, I think there's some familiar names here.
I'm talking about Steelcast27, the best YouTube channel all over the world about Automobilista 2.
I think it's the only YouTube channel about Automobilista 2.
Who cares about
at this
that?
point.
I'm saying the best. So who cares if there are other ones or not? It is the best.
Okay, what do we got going on here? Rocco is coming across some GT4 traffic, and I believe he's also lapped another M8. And based on my math, that might be Matt Nickel-Jones, who's going to try to hang on to Rocco as best he can.
So Belladonna didn't go to the pit, right?
I don't believe Belladonna has gone to the pits yet,
No.
but Marius definitely has. James has not. Rocco has not.
James
And
and
I think what we're seeing here is you can see the fresh tire advantage that Matt Nickel-Jones has over Rocco here. He's hounding him a little bit.
Now, if I remember well,
Oh, we
James-
have Mike from Evo's Break from Reality in the group here too. Hi, Mike. He features AMS2 content as well. Very great channel. If anyone out there hasn't seen Mike, he drives in VR, and he broadcasts his league racing exploits. Fantastic, humorous, adds a funny spin to everything.
Cool.
I watch every video of his when I have a chance.
I will watch it too.
Sim Racing Life, this is going to be about a 28 lap race. But based on calculations, it's a 60-minute total track time.
I don't know, guys. The past interface we had lots of informations, and now I don't have anything. So I'm sorry, but I cannot help you.
Not much going on in the GT4 category, as I can tell based off the times. It looks like everyone's about 15 seconds behind, 15 seconds from each other or so. But Dennis Hawkins has established himself as the leader in that category by quite a bit. So he's going to probably carry this home so long as he remains consistent. But we're going to see how long Rocco can take these soft tires here. Rocco's also burning off a lot of fuel, and that will increase your track time.
Rocco 2:15 in last lap is losing time. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it seems like
yes,
he might have made a mistake that we missed, but
yes.
or came across some GT4 trouble at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm. Would you suggest him to change tires?
He's got to make that call. If he's in the 11s, he's
Okay.
probably still okay.
Okay.
I think he's kind of in a fight with Marius a little bit. So what's going to be interesting to see is if Rocco does pit, if Marius's fresh tires was able to, give him, an advantage, basically an undercut. But at this point, Rocco's pace is, last lap was 2 seconds faster than Marius. So I don't know if that's actually even going to be on the table. The window for the pit stop, from going into the pits and exiting the pits, maybe around 40 seconds. So it looks like Rocco probably is about 8 seconds ahead of Marius on track at this point.
Underwood is approaching Chris Collison, probably.
Underwood's
not
about
so
2.5 seconds. Yep.
Yeah, 1 second.
1 second. Yep. And then Coleman Corkery is watching them very closely, because if Chris and Underwood come together, Coleman's going to take advantage of it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What also would be interesting to see is how what happens with James Gansey as well. He's right in that cycle window. So if James comes into the pits, he's going to be coming out right around Marius Kelm. James is part of Flashpoint. I've mentioned that before, but that would be really nice to have a Flashpoint 1-2. But I'm sure Marius is going to have something to say about that.
Who is the first position among? Who is in the first position right now among the GT4?
Dennis Hawkins out of Australia. And Rocco's in the pits.
Rocco. Do you remember that time in which Rocco didn't go to the pit and he ended the race? I mean, he ended the fuel at the end of the race, just a few meters after the the end. It was
Yes.
amazing.
He ran out of gas literally at turn 1, I think, at Khan's Eye. After he won the race, basically with just fumes.
Lap 20. We are on lap
We're at lap 20 now.
Yeah.
Yancey's in the pits. Rocco's in the pits. Belladonna has temporarily taken the lead.
No, Rocco is out.
Rocco's out now. Back on track, up Eau Rouge, Radeon, and onward.
And I'm still watching Rocco.
And we must watch Rocco. It's the Rocco show today, folks. Good thing he's in first. I imagine it would be a nightmare scenario if Rocco unfortunately had. I'm not going to say this to jinx it, but if the if the person had an off and had a busted car, that would be quite the broadcast there, wouldn't it? It looks like James Gansey has overtaken Marius Kelm for second place here.
Yes.
And I believe that was with the rotation, right? Marius was ahead of James when Marius went into the pits. So that is a overcut by James. Now, if you notice here, Rennie, Rocco has his headlights on, right? That's not because he thinks that he can't see without the headlights. This is to let the GT4 class know that he's coming as best as he possibly can. Discussions with other drivers and GT4s and testing, these GTEs get up on the GT4s in a hurry. So, letting them know as best you possibly can that you're on your way. This is a defensive tactic by Rocco right here.
I see. I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, and then you'll see him occasionally flash them as well. Like he'll flash them when he's approaching a GT4 car.
Yeah.
And he's not doing that to like annoy people. It's just that the GT4s can't even see the GTEs, and then the proximity indicator, which is the in-track tool that allows you to know if there's someone close behind. That's only good for like 20 yards. So when you're closing at like 30 or 40 kilometers an hour, he's going to have to let them know that they're coming. And so far, so good. I haven't seen, well, obviously we're only seeing Rocco, but I haven't seen many like disastrous lap times, like where someone has just fallen in lap times, which would indicate that there's an off. Like, so for example, if you're watching these relatives, if say a GT4 competitor, they started dropping down the line and another GTE competitor was dropping down at the same time, that would indicate to me that they came together at some point. But it seems that everybody's been really respectful. The blue flags in this game also aren't implemented correctly yet, I should say. It's not a bug, it's a feature. But the blue flags, that would be something that would let the slower class categories cars know that there's upcoming faster cars.
Bobby is asking, do blue flags appear for the GT4s when GTs are coming? Maybe.
If it was working properly, yes, it would. But I'm not 100% sure whether or not
Uh,
that's working right now.
uh,
But Crew Chief also is a third-party application in Rennie that people can install that reads a broadcast from the game itself and will tell you things like your track time, your tire temps, damage, what place you are. It's simulating an actual on-track engineer in your radio, and it's quite popular. Sometimes Crew Chief actually tells you your shite, which is fun. Right now, Rocco's gaining on Belladonna here, who's yet to have to take his pit stop. But it's 12 minutes to go. This is precipitously close to Belladonna being on medium tires.
Just 12 minutes to go?
But he does have to make a pit. So...
No, Belladonna... No. He has to go to the pit.
He does. It's a mandatory pit stop here. So he does have to do a splash and dash at the very least. The medium tires on the GTEs, actually, like I said, they could go the full distance, but they also put up relatively good track time as well. So it's really hard to distinguish. We all saw the qualifying. We know that some of these people, some of the drivers have really similar pace on the softs. It's quite a possibility that some of them have been driving mediums as well. So unfortunately, we can't tell, but we only can tell based off of the track times and things like that. So it's quite possible that Daniele Belladonna might be doing he's going to have to pit. He's going to have to come in and get some fuel. He might be running mediums. And that'll be, if he had to come into pit now, he'd probably filter in behind Marius Kelm.
I'm curious. I'm just curious to see what's happening.
Hopefully Daniele Belladonna has a proper pit strategy in, because if he fills up the car, that's going to lead to another 10-15 seconds, and that would put Underwood into fourth place, which would please the Underwood army.
Let's see. We still have almost 10 minutes to go. And, well, Chris Collison and Coleman Corkery are... No. I was just saying that, no. They are not so close, no.
Well, it looks like Coleman Corkery took advantage of Chris at some point there, and he's gained about 2.5 seconds on him. But Chris Collison is throwing in 2.11s at this point, so he's not going to give that up too easily. And then we also have Erie Riley, but it appears like he's not in that pack right now. Brian Gardner is on his own and in position 8.
Sorry, Bobby has just written, as Jason robbed his whole family in... Well, it could be, but at the same time, I'm so glad. I'm so happy to have all these supporters from Underwood. I mean, if we could have so many supporters for Simone Buttafuoco, probably it wouldn't end old times, old races last. Maybe, I don't know. Rocco Tamanoid is first. And
We got to
Belladonna
ask
to the
Simone
pit.
how many tickets Underwood asked for.
I don't know. I will ask him. Belladonna to the pit.
Belladonna to the pits. Okay. It had to come. And this is about, I think Belladonna at this time in the race, I think it came to the point where he had to. He might have been, maybe had 1 or 2 more laps of fuel left. So, absolute must. Besides just the mandatory portion, the cars will run out of gas if you don't.
We are in lap 24 now. And Rocco is pretty far from Ganchi.
Yeah, we've got about 4 more laps to go. And it looks like Belladonna filtered in behind Ganchi
Mm-hmm.
and ahead of
I
Marius
don't
Kalm
know.
here.
I don't know how to spell Ganchi. I don't know. I read in Italian Ganchi, but probably it's Gansi.
I'm terrible with numbers and names. So, especially if it has like a foreign type, not foreign, I shouldn't say foreign, like a different native kind of pronunciation.
No, you are lucky.
I will Americanize everything if it was up to me.
Ganci è siciliano? Ganci comes from Sicily. He has, I mean, he's probably his relatives, maybe grandfather, I don't know. He was from Sicily, so it's Ganci. Simone just told me that. So just
That's
yes,
cool to know.
Italian origins, probably.
But we can ask him if he finishes this place. We can ask him.
Yes, of course.
After the race.
And no, I just wanted to tell you that you are lucky, man. Because if you no, really, because probably you don't remember the last race when I was with Fabio, and we had a lot of strange names from all over the world that I couldn't spell at all. So it was so hard for me. Yes, trust me, it was so hard. And so right now, maybe we don't have so many strange names. So if I spell them properly or not, I don't know. But they seem to be pretty easy. So I remember when the first time I saw Rocco, it was Rocco dot cat, and it was not a cat, but it was a fox.
Yes.
So it's just a feature.
Yes, exactly. So right now, as it sits, James is in second, Daniela Belladonna is in third, Marius Kalm is in fourth, and they can see each other on track.
Okay, I have a question. It's just Kurt is asking, why would you follow one dude driving on his own and not the battles going on? Please, Tom, explain him what I'm trying to solve since the very beginning.
Oh yes, it's just Curtis. There was a update to the game. Now, previously, up until this point, anyone could change, the spectating view if you were watching, and that's what the system, the setup for the broadcast was for. After the update, AMS2 has locked the spectate function for race competitors. which is what Irene and I myself are sort of like designated as. And we are now forced to use the director broadcaster tools in the lobby, which unfortunately we did not know about until
Mm-mm.
now. So
Mm-mm.
apparently there's no flexibility. The reason why I believe Raises Studios decided to disallow other people from going in cockpit was I think it was just to gain like not maybe an advantage or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but my impression is they didn't want people to be able to just um, you know spy on other people.
I could
That like
do that.
another driver could
I
do.
could do that before on the qualifying time, but I can't do that now. So I we will try to fix it. By the way, we will try to make some attempts in for the next races. Unfortunately, not tonight. So we have 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go, and then this beautiful race will be over.
And I believe that's going to be about 2 more laps.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where Rocco crosses the line.
And also, I have to tell you that we have been lucky tonight because I was on Rocco, and anything bad happened actually. So, by the way, it was also interesting in some way looking at Rocco. I mean, not so interesting because I could move to the others and see what I mean the over while the guys were overtaking each other and so on. But it was nice to see Rocco, by the way, because Rocco is a good driver. So it was nice to see the way he drives and his style drive and so on.
Yeah, I think Rocco has had a superb race overall, pace-wise. Obviously, he's in the lead for a reason. Obviously, he's 16 seconds ahead for a reason. He only made 2 small errors at the same spot of the track at the chicane that I saw. But everyone up and down the board makes a slight error here and there. So, but his outright pace has been phenomenal this entire race.
Yeah.
He's been consistently in the 2:11s, which is 2 seconds off of quali time on worn tires.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now here he is going through Pouan, which is a famous corner in Spa, high speed, but with worn tires, you probably do a little slight lift off. Bus stop section of Spa, very flowing. Your dampers have to be on point on this part of the track.
We have some guys from the chat that are saying congratulations to Tom, not to the commentators, but to Tom. I would say to Tom because I didn't do anything tonight. So for the great commentary, it was not easy tonight. Yes, it was not easy at all tonight.
No stress or any. This is supposed to be fun.
No, no, no stress.
Thank you and Simone for putting this championship on. This is really great. And I believe we've doubled our broadcast from the first Pro Series. So there we go.
There you
Rocco
go.
has crossed the line,
Good
flashing the
job.
lights of victory, taking the Flashpoint M8, and in second place,
Ganchin.
it looks like James is going to be crossing the line at some point too. Here he comes. Congratulations to Rocco and James. Belladonna coming across the line now.
I'm sorry, guys. I cannot. You will not see anything. I mean, they are watching just Rocco Tamano in his car.
The obligatory burnouts after the race. Unfortunately, I can't see where Dennis is on track right now. absent any catastrophes, he should be coming in first for the GT4 category. Once all the competitors will clear the track, the broadcast will end. But what a fantastic start to the season. What a fantastic demonstration of raw pace and just on-point racemanship by Rocco. James came from, I think, maybe 10 positions behind to come in second.
Yes.
Belladonna, I think, grabbed a couple positions. Marius kept Rocco basically in check the entire race, and if Rocco made a mistake, Marius was going to take advantage of it.
And
I'm
absolutely.
sure the midfield had a great battle too, but unfortunately we couldn't see it. So
I cannot
apologies,
say
guys.
I cannot say for 100% because I'm not sure about that because I could see only Rocco, but I'm pretty sure that was a nice race for the fair play that these guys are demonstrating to us. So I'm very 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 happy, very happy for this first race.
Yep, and the GT4s, we didn't know how the GT4s and the GTEs would mix on track together at the same time with the big pace difference between the two cars, but all of the competitors did a fantastic job of not interfering with each other and being respectful of each other, and that was really good to see. The last thing you want to see is like a GT4 car getting caught up by a GTE and taking them both off track, ruining both of their races. But we didn't see, as far as I could tell, anything like that today. So I'm really proud of these guys for their racemanship and racecraft.
Okay, so we are going to have for the interviews Dennis Hawkins and Rocco Tamanoidis, obviously the winners of the GTE and GT4. We just have the first place. So just Dennis Hawkins and Rocco Tamanoidis. Rocco is already here with us. Rocco! 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 No.
Rocco might be muted. He's getting some
Second.
water.
Hey everybody.
How'd it
you
go,
doing?
Rocco?
Good job!
Hello.
Amazing race, Rocco. Hey, Dennis.
Ciao Dennis. Rocco,
Rocco.
I suggest you to see the replay because the whole race has been on you tonight.
Really?
Yes.
I heard it, and I had your commentary on the left ear.
I had no commentary. I was in silence all that race.
I was sure that you were airing me. I was sure about that. So, how was this race? Tell us.
Well, it
It
pretty
started
much.
with a shock.
well,
Yesterday I
I-
experienced a disconnection of my pedals, or my gas brake pedals. So it did it today. So I had to disconnect during the qualifier and had to sort out a USB issue, and yeah, managed to get back in time to do 2 more laps. And luckily it stayed throughout the whole race. So big concern in that, but I got lucky.
Yeah, we had last Pro Series. I remember we had some pretty big equipment failures, and we also had a lot of just raw disconnects from the server. But I was happy to see that we had 18, I think 18 people start, or maybe 19, and we have 18
Yeah.
drivers finishing.
That's good.
Yes.
But Rocco, what was the key to this? Your strategy today was just consistent the whole way through, dropping down 11 after 11, 2-minute 11 after 11 after 11. What was your tire strategy? What was your pit stop strategy? Did everything go to plan for you?
Well, it went better than expected. I went for 2-stop soft tire strategy. The BMW is taking a lot of fuel, so we need to splash a bit in, about 10 liters more. And so I took 12 or 13 extra. Should be enough. And yeah, for the tires, they just did not diminish as I expected. They were about half used, and I could stay on the same tire set the whole race.
You did. You finished it on softs. That's amazing. What was the track temperature today?
It
Was it in
used
the
to be
20s? 20
yeah,
C?
21 degrees Celsius.
Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, that was a really fantastic race from start to finish. I thought that you avoided some of the trouble behind you. There was a little bit of a scrum at turn one, but you avoided that just by being out front. Marius gave you some thing to worry about too, because it seemed like he caught up to you a couple of points when you were getting through the GT4 competitors. I know you were concerned about it before the race. How did that work out for you?
It was good fun. Marius, good battle there. He kept the pressure on me. I could not go past 3 seconds in advance, so it was really tough and yeah, fun in the end. And as I expected, the GT4 did a good job on driving with us, not against us, which is very hardly to say to everyone. Hardly, not the right word. Good to say, right? And we had no real incident with GT4, so it went pretty good. Just looking for breath. It's really breathtaking doing a 1 hour race. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on capping off the first inaugural race of this season. You're in a good points position moving forward. Let's move on to Dennis Hawkins out of Australia. Dennis, you there?
Yeah, I am.
Well, congratulations, GT4 winner today. Tell us about your race. We didn't get much footage of you, so we really couldn't tell. I don't believe you qualified first, right, Dennis? You had to fight your way to the top. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, I qualified. I think, second in that one, in
Okay.
our group. But the thing is, I had just basically managed my tyres all the way through. I just piled in the fuel and just went to the end, really.
Right.
Doing that all the way through. Just there's a few instances I had to avoid, and some of the fast guys behind basically started giving me a bit of a ram in the back every once in a while. But that was a bit okay. I'm giving them as much room as I can, but sometimes you just can't.
Right.
And so I did as good as I could.
You can't read people's minds, and yeah, so that's for sure. How fast were they coming up on you? Was it difficult for you to see them coming?
No, I saw them coming, so I was just waiting for them to get into a good spot. But sometimes they just catch, because if it's a chaser, if there's a bit of a chase going on with with the lead group, it's a bit tougher because they just basically going at their maximum speed, not really thinking about everyone around them. So I'm just trying to, every time I see that happen, I'm just trying to avoid it.
Right. Well, how did your opener go? The first corner and the first lap.
The first lap went pretty smoothly. I just stayed out of the problems that were going on. Just kept it behind a few cars, and then saw a couple cars go off, and then I just went straight through to the front and just kept on going.
Well, that's great. Did you? What car were you in? Were you in a Porsche?
No, I was just in a McLaren.
Okay, you were in the McLaren. Okay, great. Good choice.
Even
Good
though
job.
I actually do drive the Porsches most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know which one I would choose either, but I think the McLaren is probably a very competitive, especially here. But fantastic race, man. Anytime you can pull ahead and pull a victory in this group of cars, it's something that you can hang your hat on. What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Oh, I'll see how I go. I mean, the next lot of races are actually all my favourites. So this is the only track
Good.
I have a weakness on. So this is actually good.
Okay, great. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
No
No,
problem.
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, excuse me. Yes, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No problem. Dennis, just a question. What time is it over there in Australia?
Let's see, 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, not bad.
Yeah, he
So
did
you
start driving at
started
5.
at 5.
Something like that, yeah.
It's not. I've never done this before, so this is the first time I've ever done a race internationally. So
Okay, but it was worth it, by the way, because you are first now. So it was
yeah,
worth
that's
it
true.
that you got up so early tonight. Today.
Yeah.
Today, tonight,
Yeah.
today.
I'm gonna go sleep now.
All right, Dennis. Congratulations, and
Yes.
congratulations again, Rocco, for your victory.
Well done, Rocco.
Thank you.
Well done,
I don't-
guys. So
I don't think we have anybody else in for interviews. I thought Daniela Belladonna was here for a moment, but he left. But
I said him that
Arnie,
he
it's
had
all
to
yours.
left. I said him that you have to leave because because Simone told me that today we have to interview just the second the first place of the GT4 and the GTE. So
Okay.
the next race will be on September 27th and will be at Spielberg, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Nice.
Never been there, so I don't know where Spielberg is.
It's in Austria. It's in the hills of Austria.
Ah.
It's a beautiful track. They call it Red Bull Ring in real life. In Amos 2, they call it Spielberg.
Okay, we will see. Okay. So, congratulations again, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye from
And
Australia.
we will see. Bye from Australia. Bye from Italy. And Tom is from United States. So
right.
and Rocco from Germany.
Right. I need to thank everybody who was watching today. Also my colleagues from work who said they tune in, and that's really great. To all my fellow guys at the Sim Racing League of Our Nation and Crest guys, you're awesome. Without you and the races last year not being there today. Yeah.
And also I wanted to say hello to Lee that is watching us probably.
That's right.
Just that. I just wanted to tell that at the end of the race. Just that. Okay,
We
guys.
never forget, Lee.
No. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, and good night or good morning wherever you are. Grazie.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.